What's up, comic fans, and we're gonna get into this week's new comic book day haul. Plus, I'll talk a little bit about the books, we'll do a minor review, and we're gonna do it all right after this!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back! Alright, and if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, go ahead and throw me a thumbs up, comment down below. But let's get into this week's haul. First off, we're gonna just start off with a couple of things that I got. We got some Walmart 3-packs. Got the Ghost Rider because I just thought it was pretty dope. That's Todd Nock. And guess what? Savage Spider-Man, also Nock. I don't usually get that much of his, but boom, today we did. Alright, so let's get into some other stuff I picked up this week. Comic book wise, comic book related. We've got Midtown Comics, or went into Times Square, New York. I went to Midtown Comics. Didn't get anything too crazy. Just went in there, just to go in there. Didn't raid the place, didn't buy anything too great, but we got that Jenny Frison Savage Avengers #2. I just thought this was a dope cover, so I picked that up. And then we also got The Closet, signed by James Tynion. So the 4th. So yeah, he signed this. And came with a little COA. So I picked that up. And let's get into this week's books. But before we get into this week's books, I do have a slab! So I saw this at my comic book shop, got a pretty decent price on it. It's only a 9.2, but it's Marvel Team Up number 141, tied for the first appearance of Spider-Man in the black costume. It says it right here. Ties with Amazing Spider-Man number 252, first appearance of the black costume. Daredevil and Black Widow appearance. And this is the newsstand. Does that mean anything? I don't know. You let me know if newsstand versus not newsstand means anything. But it's a 9.2. Honestly, I've had some better looking books show up from CJC, and actually I have a worse grade. So this one is pretty nice. I won't crack it and try to get a better grade because I don't think that'll work on this guy. But I'm just happy to have the black suit to go with my 252 ASM. So now I can display those two guys proudly together. And that is going to be awesome. Actually, speaking of which, I have one of them with me right now, which also happens to be a 9.2. Ooh. Alright. So, matching 9.2 black costume. And this one, I think, guys, is just the better cover, the more recognized cover, but this cover came out around the same time, came out at the same time, and they're both cool. This one I think is just a little bit cooler, a little bit better. Alright, let's get into this week's books. I don't have that many. I have 4 books. They're all indie, by the way. Nothing too crazy. Let's go with number 1 from Aftershock, A Calculated Man. This is a fun book. I like the writing. The artwork is really good. It's about a guy who's really good at math. He's like an accountant, CPA, if you will. And he works for the mob, and then, gets out, I guess tells what he knows. Mob sends hitmen after him. He's in the witness protection program. And then when they finally discover him, I think he realizes that using his special skills, this guy's like a genius pretty much. He can kill the mob, or get rid of the mob before they get him. So it's a really fun book to read. I think the character itself is very engaging, and there's 2 other characters who are part of the witness protection program. It's really a fun book to read. It was pretty good. Alright, next up we get Undiscovered Country, the one-shot Destiny Man. This is the origin story of the Destiny Man. We find a couple things about him. One of them being that he is the brother of two of the characters in this book. So that may have been giving away too much right there to begin with. But it also gives us a little bit of background into the Undiscovered Country. Yeah, it's good. I'll stick with this for a little bit longer and see where it goes. But, if I had to drop a book, this might be one of the ones I drop on Undiscovered Country. It's been on hiatus for a while. When they come back, it was kind of a convoluted story to begin with, so when they come back, it may be hard to just kind of dive right back into it. So we'll see. But overall, it was a decent read. Pretty good. Next up, from Image Comics, we have Seventh Sons, Jay Lee doing the art, and Robert Wyndham and Kelvin Mao on the writing. It's an interesting book. It was pretty good. The end of it kind of leaves on a cliffhanger. So I wasn't sure about the book. I was like, it's good. And the cliffhanger was like, all right, well, you got me. Gotta come back for issue 2. So it's pretty good. It's about 7 identical children that were born to 7 mothers across the world at the same time, 7 virgin mothers, and their story, and just how they are destined to be, or one of them is destined to be the second son of Jesus. And there's a whole terrorist plot in there too. Very interesting read. Very interesting. So it's good. And this was my all-around favorite read of the week. Grimm number 2, issue 2, by Stephanie Phillips. Flaviano on the arts, and Rico Renzi does a really bang-up job with the coloring. It's just a really fun book to read. I like the artwork. I like the style, the way they present the afterlife in this book. Just all around, really good book. It wasn't too deep, right? It's light enough to understand what's going on, but it's got some dark undertones. The artwork is really good, phenomenal coloring, really draws you in and matches the whole tone of the whole thing. And it's got some story to it too. It's got some background, so I like it. I like it a lot. And Grimm, issue 2, kind of my read / cover / everything you want in a comic of the week. All right, comic fans, that was my haul for this week. There really wasn't a lot in terms of new books, no DC and no Marvel, just straight up 4 indie books. All right, and then the closet, if you count that, And then I did get that from last week. I got that Savage Avengers, and I got the Walmart pack. So I guess there was some Marvel comics this week, but nothing new. Nothing new comic book day. All right. So do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you like the content. And if you don't, do what you want. Do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get out of here. Peace! Get ready for next week's books!